KSN News at 6 begins now.
When a horse hangs his head, they're sick.
Neighbors talk to KSN as we continue to follow the investigation into the health of horses owned by a Kansas woman.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Darren Dito. Today, a Kiowa County woman was in court charged with cruelty to animals. It is a case that prompted a lot of concern for the 24 horses at her rural Kiowa County property. In fact, many people reached out to KSN earlier this month concerned about the animals' health. KSN's Molly Brewer was in court today to find out the next steps in this case. That's our top story tonight.
Skin and bones.
That's what Kay Ketwick says she saw from her home in Kiowa County. Horses that she said didn't look healthy.
I mean, you walk out our door and you've seen it every day.
Ketwick was at the court appearance for Janine Thomas, now charged with 1 count, a misdemeanor charge.
She's facing 1 count of cruelty to animals, a Class A misdemeanor, and that could carry a maximum penalty of a year in jail or a maximum penalty of a $2,500 fine. She's presumed innocent of those charges until proven guilty.
I don't think it's enough. I think she should be charged for every horse that was down there.
Law enforcement tell me 1 horse remains on the property and continues to be closely monitored, while 2 more horses are in law enforcement custody until this court case is resolved. Thomas no longer owns the other 21 horses. Officials do know where those animals are and will keep checking on their progress. The Sheriff's Department said they had received dozens of concerned calls about the horses in recent weeks, but were limited in how they could respond. For neighbors like Ketwick, she just hopes today's court appearance is a step towards health for those animals.
I mean, you can see their bones. You can count every bone in their back, and when you can do that, they're not being fed.
In Greensburg, Molly Brewer, KSN News.
Thank you, Molly. Thomas is due back in court on January 19th. The punishment for being found guilty of animal cruelty in Kansas can include jail time and also a fine, but that's not the case in all states. Here's in-depth information about how it varies. Kentucky is ranked by several groups as having the weakest animal cruelty laws. There's no felony on the books for cruelty or abandonment. While Tennessee is starting an animal abuse registry that those convicted will have to sign up for. That database will be available so that any shelter, rescue group, or resident can check it before a pet is adopted. Now, we learned about this investigation from a viewer. You can always let us know about a story you think we should know about and investigate for you by sending it to reportit@ksn.com.